Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Graphic Word Podcast, here to connect nerd culture to faith and leveling up our lives as we go about it. Thanks for tuning in, and here's what we have in store for you today. Bakugo, MHA's King Saul. Raging tempers, explosive yelling, a prideful mindset, and violent reactions to people around him. If I just left it right there, this really describes two people, at least from my vantage point. I see the character of Bakugo from the anime My Hero Academia, or MHA. Bakugo is the kind of guy who needs no introduction, as he typically lets his ego lead the charge for most of that. A naturally gifted teen who is able to secrete a nitroglycerin substance that explodes when he wants, is seen to be one of the most powerful heroes in training throughout the series. Our young hero has a lot of capacity to fight off bad guys and often demonstrates that he is a strategist in the midst of a fight. Yet, his biggest flaw is that he has a short fuse with people around him, pun intended. Particularly, he has major angst for his classmate Deku, who seems weak at first, but still outpaces the natural hero at different points in the anime. Eventually, Deku and Bakugo do get to settle some of their differences, but there is still this underlying proud personality that is about him. Looking at Saul in the beginning of his kingship, you would likely say that he is the opposite of Bakugo, as he is seen as very self-doubting and seems to have no ego at all. However, once he is officially king of Israel and starts making some progress in battles against the Philistines, he becomes more puffed up about himself. Saul's pride got him into hot water with Samuel the prophet and with God, as Saul was more focused on what he wanted to get done than to look for God's guidance or blessing. And that's found in 1 Samuel chapter 13, verses 1 to 14. Then there is David, who is helping out Saul with a tormenting thought by playing some epic harp music. And when this teenage kid hears about a giant problem and was willing to fight it, Saul just laughs him off as a kid who doesn't know what he's talking about. After David defeats the giant, Saul gets pretty ticked about this guy getting the praise to the point where he tries to turn him into a pincushion with a spear twice. And that's in 1 Samuel chapter 18, verses 10 to 11. Sadly, Saul died by his own hands in battle, and even saw the downfall of his family. What started out in some humility turned to pride and arrogance that blinded him to what he needed to do all along. Look to God in humility. Thank God for what was given to him as a king, and serve God in complete obedience. Do you connect with our hot-headed gents here and tend to react or focus on yourself a little too much? It's not too late to learn from this and be really like Bakugo, seeing the value of humility and learning from those that irritate you. Try going to God and asking him to work out your frustration and perspective. Then wait and see if he brings a Deku or David to learn from in your life. Hey there. If you are a fan of the content that's been brought to you in this episode, you'll definitely want to check out our social media connections. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Just go to @GWNerds and you'll be able to find all the stuff that we've been doing lately and all the fun stuff that we get to be a part of. But if you want an even deeper dive, you should join our Discord community. And you can do that by going to discord.io/GWNerdsUnite and be a part of what we're doing. Interact with us, chat with us on live for our video game nights, for our Bible study nights, or even just to connect with fellow gamers, nerds, and what interests you. And if we want to take it even a step further, if you've got some ideas of, what would be cool topics to bring up down the road, or have some questions on how your nerdom might connect to faith, we'd love to have your input there on our Discord channel too, to be able to create the content for you guys, because this is what we're here for, to invest in nerds, to grow and level up together, but being able to grow in our faith and level up too. So thank you again for listening. Hope you are having a wonderful day.